Okay, so let's say you realize how much better tailored clothes look on you as opposed to wearing baggy clothes, so you went out and you bought yourself a sewing machine to get started, but you're a little bit apprehensive to actually, officially start. You're apprehensive to actually put your clothes in your sewing machine and start tailoring them because you realize that you need to practice. You don't want to ruin anything. Well, there's a couple of truths in life, and a few of those are the sun is going to set every single day. The Vikings are going to lose if they make it to the NFC Championship game, and you're gonna ruin them. You are going to ruin your clothes when you start tailoring. It's just a fact. But check this out. There's actually an incredibly cost-effective way that you can learn how to practice without ruining anything. And it actually came from one of you. It was mentioned down below in one of the comments, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is borderline genius. That's amazing. Hang on. I need to set aside all of my other content and I need to make this video right now. And the thing that we are gonna be practicing on, I guarantee you that you already have it in your home. Well, I'm like 90% sure that you have it because I remember I knew a guy growing up that didn't have these. I didn't realize how weird it was until I became an adult. But as a kid, I was like, whatever, I don't really care. You wanna play some N64, dude? I swear to God, if you are Odd Job one more time. Now, when I first started tailoring, I would practice on all my clothes. Just kidding, I bet you thought your phone froze, huh? Keep watching. I would practice on my clothes that I knew that I was never gonna wear again. Now that got me through like 5 or 10 pairs of pants and t-shirts and dress shirts. But after that, I still really wasn't all that confident. When you jump into this, you are gonna notice that you're gonna pick up the fundamentals in like 5 to 10 minutes tops. Because I mean, let's be honest, you can watch this, you can turn your machine on, and you can just start sewing in a straight line. Yo, super easy. I mean, despite the fact that I make my videos so easy for anyone to follow, a lot of people still kind of struggle, and I kind of struggled a lot in the beginning. Wait for it, because I'm about to go real Rain Man on you in a second. Sewing a straight line, super easy, but actually sewing in a taper or at an angle, it takes some talent, and it takes a lot of practice to actually get it down. And then once you do get it down, it's hard to push yourself in the direction of actually wanting and feeling confident enough to do it on your clothes that you want to wear every single day. Not just practice clothes, but the clothes that you like. I mean, things like giving your chinos a taper or tapering a t-shirt out this way once you get towards your chest because you're bigger up here than you are in your waist. It's tricky. You might only have like 2 shirts to realistically practice on, and then what are you gonna do? Are you gonna jump into actually doing the clothes that you wanna wear or expensive clothes? No! Don't do that! Practice on a bed sheet instead. Wait, what? Yeah, seriously, like a bed sheet. I mean, think about it. You already have like 2 or 3 or 4, or you might be that guy who only has 1 set of sheets. You already have these in your house right now. Or if you don't, you can walk on into Walmart and spend $4 on one. So for the price of 1 clearance shirt that you could get at Target, you can spend all of that on 1 bed sheet and you will get all of the practice that you need. Now you want to make sure that it's a flat one and not the scrunchy one. You know, the scrunchy one where you put all 4 corners on and then you're lying there in the middle of the night and one comes off and almost smacks you. Yeah, that one. Don't use that one. Are you ready for this? Because I'm about to drop some math on you. You go to the store and you spend about $5 to $10 on 1 single king-size bed sheet with the dimensions of 102 inches by 108 inches. You then take that bed sheet and you cut it lengthwise and make sure that each individual strip is 4 inches wide. That right there is gonna give you 24 strips of fabric. And then take those strips and you cut them in half again. And that's gonna give you 48 strips of fabric. You've got 48 chances to practice sewing a straight stitch. You also have 48 chances to practice how to make a zigzag stitch, which a lot of people struggle with, and if that's you, just go watch that. Practice making a chain stitch or a safety stitch, and then try ripping it apart. Yeah, good luck. It's really strong. Bro, you were gonna have those stitches done by the time you're on like the 10th strip, if not less than that, at which point you can now practice measuring and pinning on the next 10. Take a strip and put various measurements on there with your measuring tape and practice what it's like to actually make a seam allowance, see what a 1/2 of an inch actually looks like, see what a 1/4 of an inch actually looks like, and then throw some pins in there and practice sewing exactly where you put those pins in. Straight lines are so easy, but tapering, not so much. So practice that. Practice staggering your taper as opposed to making it incredibly aggressive, because then if you flip your garment inside out, you're gonna see some dimples on there and you ain't gonna be happy. Practice sewing quickly, because when I started, I was so slow. I was really cautious about it and I didn't really know what I was doing. So I would press the gas just a little bit and just kind of chug along. And it would take me like 25 minutes to do one shirt. But now, no! It takes like, I'm not even exaggerating, 4 minutes. Once you get good at it and you just go, 4 minutes in a t-shirt, you're done. But wait, hang on, what do we do with the remaining 28 strips? Well, that's when we take a few of them and we stack them on top of each other to practice sewing thicker materials and to actually see what our machine is capable of doing. T-shirts and dress shirts, so easy, but things like jeans and jackets, not as much. Stack a couple of those strips up and see if your universal needle is actually up to par, or if you might need to switch to using a denim needle. Is your machine just flying through everything? Good, but it might not do that. If it's giving you some resistance, or if it seems like it's really kind of struggling and like you're gonna break something, then stop. Because that tells you that you might not want to tailor jeans on that machine. I mean, every machine is different, and that's a really good way, that's a really good test to see if your machine can hack it, or sew it, I guess. $5 and 30 minutes of your time will get you all of the practice that you need. And now you don't have to worry about ruining your pants or your chinos or your dress shirts that you care about. You wouldn't have ruined anything in the first place, and now you for sure won't ruin anything. You're welcome. SD out, deuces!